How beneficial has it been getting all of that first team reps right tackle?
Yeah, it's really helpful. It's helpful to focus specifically on that position. I think, again, my mentality obviously always is to be ready no matter where I'm needed, but it's been really helpful to get first team reps at the position so I can be ready for the opportunity ahead.
Past that part of it, what are the 2 minutes where she's like, maybe you're sort of trying to find where you're at?
Yeah, I think we're all trying to always get better, obviously, but I think what's really special is in 2 minutes just getting to watch Russ work, because he makes a lot happen with very little. So our goal is going to be to give him as much time as we possibly can, so he can make as many different or have as many different options as possible, because we know he's going to make a play at the end of the day. So I think as an offensive unit, we're just trying to make sure we're keeping pockets solidified, give him some time, and if he has time, he's going to make something special happen.
What's the most impressive thing about him, or a skill set, whatever it is? What impresses you most about him?
I would say his presence is something I noticed immediately when I first met Russ. His presence is just different. He has the presence of somebody who's been to the Super Bowl and won, and he's been in 9 Pro Bowls. So, he walks into a room and you feel his energy immediately, and I think that's really helpful coming from a leadership position, because he affects everybody else around him. So when we're on the field and we see that, we hear that, we feel that, and we can sense that, then I think it affects all of us in a positive way, so we can be more like Russ. So I think that's really helpful. He brings us up to a championship mentality.
It's only practices this week against the Cowboys Thursday, but do you do prep work for the practice to look at the edge rushers you're going to be facing to prepare and see how?
Yeah, I think an offensive tackle, you always want to prepare like you're playing the game. So, any practice we play against somebody else, it's an opportunity to get better. We're going to face those guys. So I think that with the game coming up this Saturday, you always want, and you want to get in the season mentality anyway. That's what we do every week. At tackle, we're always preparing for the edge rushing, preparing for how they play games, preparing for how they're going to handle our double teams, etc. So every single opportunity we get to play another person in another jersey, we're preparing like it's a game. I think that's how you become a championship mentality team.
You see these edge guys every day. Is there somebody to do that's jumped out at you or surprised you?
Yeah, I wouldn't say surprised, because I've always had respect for him, but me and Malik have always gotten each other better. I've respected Malik since I got into the league. We both came in, drafted route, so I have a ton of respect for Malik. I think every single day we're making each other better. Every day, like we're battling. So I think that's been really helpful, because we've gotten to know each other off the field, and we come in every day. We can battle on the field, and we can still be friends off the field. I think it's really helpful, man. So since I got to the league, I knew the league was going to be special. I could keep up the same with me, so we know it's a good one.
Yeah. You see the same guy. Yeah. Do you figure out your own tendencies or his tendencies as you go along? So you're trying to prepare for
Yeah, it happens both ways, and I think that's what you expect if you have good guys. If you have guys that are qualified to be starting level players, is that they can recognize tendencies and adjust to them. So I don't think it's a bad thing. It's frustrating for us, obviously, because we're going against the same guys and stuff. We would love to be playing against one of the other teams we're going to play this year. But again, that makes you even better, because if a guy knows what you're going to do and you can still win, you can still find a way to lock somebody up and give Russ time to throw, then it makes you all that much better. So seeing Chubb and Malik and all those guys every single day just makes us better, even if it's frustrating to camp.
It doesn't matter what your work is. Some days you have good days, some days you have bad days. So let's say you have one of those bad days on the practice field. What do you do after that to kind of reset, retrench, and get ready for the next one?
Yeah, it's perfect timing. I feel like I've been having a really good camp, and yesterday I had a rough day mentally for me. And I think that I talked to Russ about this, talked to Garrett and Quinn. It's about how are you going to respond, because that's always going to happen throughout the season. You're going to have ups and downs, and when you do have a down, how are you going to respond? Are you going to bounce back? Are you going to be able to jump back up to the level that you can play? And I think being able to do that as quickly as possible is what the position calls for. What being a starter at any position on the line calls for is how quickly can you bounce back to the level that you can play at when you do have a down rep or a down day. So that's what I'm practicing on. It's a mental game, and I think that I have a good system for how I bounce back to that, and I'm going to be practicing that all season.
Do you feel like it worked today for you to have a good day?
Yeah, it did. It did. I'm thankful for my circle, man. It helped a lot.
It's been tough scoring points in this offense, not this offense, but here in Denver over the last few years. Do you find yourself watching things or being a part of things every now and then and saying, kind of imagining the possibilities of an offense that can really pack a punch and score some points?
Absolutely. I think it starts with having a head coach who's telling us every single day the goal is to throw big touchdowns and make explosive plays and get in the end zone. So, having that mentality trickle down from the head coach, again, makes a huge impact in all of us because we're not thinking, oh, if we get into good, we're thinking we got to get down there every single play. We got all the pieces. You look around, you see, all the opportunity we have to score, and it's just, I mean, if you do some common logic thinking, you're like, well, of course we should be in the end zone. So, that's really helpful, I think, and it starts with Coach Hackett, so we're appreciative of him.
New ownership comes in today. Kind of what are your impressions of this group and how accomplished some of the people are, not just the Waltons and Parent, but Melody Hobson and Condoleezza Rice, etc.
Yeah, the first thing you see is the pedigree, and so I think I'm appreciative to see such a good group coming to own the Broncos. I think it speaks to the direction that the organization is going in, and so again, it's like just like the Avs winning the Stanley Cup. It's another challenge to us to rise to the occasion. So I think we have elite level ownership. We have elite level sports being played in Colorado. So now we can step up to the plate and show that we can match that same energy. So I'm really happy to be with the guys. I can't wait to help them. It's a qualified group. So now we're going to be able to show this year how qualified we are.
You want to pick their minds a little bit?
Say one more time.
You want to pick their minds, learn something?
Absolutely. As a thinker, I can't help but do that, man. I'll probably be having some chats on the side with them.